Oh, there ain't one. Can search.
There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them. There's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Utah Utes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Utes will put total leather and we'll get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. The Ducks backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Johnson. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. They want to throw it. Under fire. Caught over the middle. It's Casper. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
And the Ducks are flying down the field. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hill. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Motion from the back. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Green.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Smith wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to keep it in the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
Here's a heat. Finds his big tight end. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourselves think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football, easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Able to run it out to the 28 on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeps it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Scanning the field, it's Denson. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Fires on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, he'll be forcing it a little bit.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Hill. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Green. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Hill. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling big plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. Power football with the run. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. catch in the middle. It's more. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle.
Yeah, you just fucking throw it to anyone.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. A 1st down for the offense. He wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Ducks will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. The Utes will hustle to the line. Looks as if he's going to run it. Hauled down but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Dampier. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Utes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Might be changing the route. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Casper. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Moore. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Ducks in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
Cooler 18! Cooler 18! Stick! Here we go, here we go!
Wants to throw on 3rd down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Gets the back moving. Calls his own number. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. He'll take a deep shot here. It's caught. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Utah!
I think coming into this game, we thought it was going to be a back-and-forth affair. What a great job executing on that touchdown. If they get this extra point, man, we are all tied up heading in at halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
No click on, dude. Soft ass.
Back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive?
Why you scared, JB?
Try to make some plays and really go for it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
On the move. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Got it in the middle, it's Andrews. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Simmons. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. The pull and throw off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Makes the grab. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Oh. Hi. Okay. Bye.
Another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
He'll take it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Off the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Utes! They take the lead with the 6. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When you're defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national. To see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
22 to water.
The play action fake. Going over the top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Now facing a third and long. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. This is a designed run. Got a first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Unloads quickly. Touchdown, Utah! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You've got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
With the catch, it's Moore. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here.
Here we go, here we go.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long.
Nah, bro, you gotta be down 15.
Playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Rifles it down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, this defense wants to bring some pressure. The give as they work on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. And he moved it slightly forward.
Come here.
Played it well.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He'll run it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short.